Parents, what's the smartest lesson you accidentally taught your kid? When my son Jake was 12, I had one rule about his allowance. You get $20 every 2 weeks, but if you spend it all in the first 3 days, that's it. No advances, no loans, no emergency cash. I wasn't trying to be harsh. I just grew up poor and wanted him to understand money doesn't grow on trees. My parents bailed me out constantly as a kid, and I turned into a financial disaster in college. First month with the new system, Jake blew through his entire allowance in one afternoon. Pokemon cards at Target, energy drinks at the gas station, some ridiculous fidget spinner from the mall. Day 4, he's standing in my office doorway looking pathetic. Dad, please? All my friends are going to see the new Marvel movie, and I'll pay you back next allowance, I swear. I almost caved. The kid had those puppy dog eyes down to a science. What's our rule about allowance, Jake? No advances, he mumbled, kicking at the carpet. So what are you gonna do? He stormed off to his room and slammed the door. I could hear him texting his friends, probably telling them his dad was being unreasonable. I felt like garbage, but held firm. Week 2, exact same pattern. $20 gone in a day on video game skins and Taco Bell. Then he wanted money for the school book fair. Dad, there's this book series everyone's reading, and it's educational, so technically it's not even fun spending. Jake, what's our rule? This time he didn't even argue, just walked away looking completely defeated. My wife started giving me dirty looks, saying I was being too strict, but something weird shifted after that. Third allowance period rolled around, and Jake wasn't asking for anything. He'd disappear for hours after school, but never once came to me wanting money. I figured he'd just accepted defeat and was being more careful with his spending. Maybe the lesson was finally sinking in. Then Mrs. Chen from 3 houses down knocked on our door on a Tuesday evening. I hope you don't mind me bothering you, but I wanted to talk about your son. My heart dropped. What had he done now? Jake has been walking my dog Princess every single day after school for the past 3 weeks. Rain or shine, he shows up at 4 p.m. sharp. He won't take any money from me, says he's just being helpful to neighbors, but I absolutely insist on paying him. I was confused. He's been walking your dog? Oh yes, and he's wonderful with her. Very responsible, brings water for long walks, even texts me updates with photos. After she left, I started paying attention. Jake would get home from school, grab a snack, then disappear until dinner. When I asked where he'd been, he'd just say, around the neighborhood. The truth came out when I followed him one afternoon. Kid had a whole operation running. Mrs. Chen's Princess at 4 p.m., the Johnsons' 2 labs at 4:30, Mrs. Rodriguez's Ancient Beagle at 5 p.m., and the new family's Golden Retriever at 5:30. 4 houses, $5 per walk, sometimes 10 for the 2 labs together. When I confronted him that evening, he just shrugged like it was obvious. You said no advances on allowance money. You never said I couldn't make my own money. I did the math. This kid was pulling in over $100 per week, while I was giving him $40 per month. How did you even get all these clients? I just knocked on doors and asked if people needed help with their dogs. Turns out lots of adults are too busy or too tired to walk them properly. The accidentally brilliant part? I thought I was teaching him to budget his $20 allowance. Instead, I taught him that if the current system doesn't work for you, don't complain. Create your own system. He started researching business licenses, bought a little wagon for carrying water bowls and treats, even made business cards on the school computer. By summer, he'd expanded into lawn mowing and started hiring his friends. 3 kids working for him, all splitting the profits. Now he's 16 and runs the most successful lawn care business in our zip code. Makes more money than some adults I know, has a savings account that puts mine to shame, and recently asked me for advice on investing in index funds. Sometimes the best parenting lessons happen when your kids prove your system wrong and build something better.